Alright, folks, we are back with more Shining Song Starnova, JP the Third, VMsNow.com. Now, a lot has happened. I don't know if this is the day of the debut or not, but I'm sure if it isn't, we still have plenty to experience here. Let's get started. Obviously, I couldn't get a wink of sleep after that. I knew Nemu was way too good to be true, but to think I would find myself squarely in the crosshairs of one of the most powerful executives in the entertainment industry because of her. Having the president of I keep getting this wrong. Amaterasu Television as an enemy was clearly no way to begin my tenure as an idol producer. In fact, that sort of thing could spell the end of my career. I rubbed my face, trying to wipe off the feeling of impending doom from my mind. I hear a knock on my door. I opened it and saw a familiar face. How do you know where I live? Or do we live in the office? You know what, don't answer that question, never mind. Pardon me, producer-san. Akamoto-san? I tensed up again. Is something the matter? No, I merely came to apologize. I am sorry, producer-san. I've caused you a great deal of trouble because of my irresponsible behavior. Please do not concern yourself anymore. My father has smoothed over the situation with my mother, and I shall do whatever necessary to make amends for my mistake. No. Anyways, look at me. I'm not even ready for work yet. Sorry, can you wait until I'm cleaned up? Of course, producer-san. What was I doing, talking to a girl while I was still in my pajamas? I rushed into the washroom and cleaned myself up. I walked to the agency with Nemu. I'm just glad your father showed up and let us go. Has your mother always been opposed to you becoming an idol? Unfortunately, that is so. To my mother, idols are merely lowbrow entertainers who arouse the masses with sexual titillation. She fears my participation in the idol industry will bring embarrassment to her own position as the president of her television network. Well, the way that idols and stuff have been portrayed so far, she's not, like I said in the last video, she's not exactly wrong. Well, you know, otaku-oriented entertainment used to be taboo in the past, but now it's mostly accepted as a part of the entertainment industry. As a leading figure in that sector, shouldn't your mother know all the career opportunities opened by becoming a successful idol? Even after a top idol's retirement, they go on to become well-known television personalities, or join management roles themselves. I'm sure your mother must be aware of this. In fact, with such an impressive familial connection inside the industry, you really could become a top idol. What reason does your mother have to prevent you from following your dreams? I'm afraid my mother is a prideful woman who has a limited notion of what constitutes honor. She would rather that I pursue a more traditional line of profession. Alright, I understand. For now, I'll keep you out of any risky jobs until your home situation improves then. So she's purposely looking to spite her mother. This is going to end so well for us. I apologize for my failures. No, I'm sure I can find you more wholesome work. Idols do more than just gravure, you know. We arrived at the office. Then let's work hard. We still have the debut live. Understood, producer-san. By the time we arrived, the other girls were already at the office. Oh, it's producer-san and Nemu. Is there something we should be aware of, Oni-chan? Arriving late, arm in arm with the girl after telling me to moderate myself. You sure have guts, producer-san. No. Come on. Everyone, don't tease producer-san like that. Okada-sensei entered the office with a trolley bearing a large cardboard box, interrupting the discussion. The girl simultaneously stood at attention and bowed. Good morning, President Okada. Good morning, ladies. It appears that your uniforms for the live have arrived. This is gonna be like some kind of furry nonsense, isn't it? The girls crowded around the box in anticipation for the big reveal. Okada-san cut the box open and pulled out a clear bag containing the top half of the uniform. There we go. Okada-sensei. I was legitimately surprised. Uniforms are professionally tailored, fit for a multi-million yen idol production. For a small agency like ours, Okada-sensei must have pulled some serious strings to get his hands on these. They're actually pretty good. They really look like what professional idols wear. Of course they do. We're professional idols, aren't we? It's happening! At last, we have acquired the fabled garb of the ancients. With these in our hands, the victory of the Knight forces is all but assured. What a weeb. Let's have a dress rehearsal today. I want to wear them right away. Alright everyone, change into your uniforms and report for practice. Counting tomorrow's final leaflet distribution session. There's only 2 more days of practice left before the live. Let's all do our very best. Alright, look at Natan. I'm a real idol now. You're not an idol until you properly debuted, Natan. Oh lordy. I'm surprised it's not too tight around my chest. So am I, frankly. Well, they look nice, but aren't they a little pervy? I guess service is part of being an idol too. You better start drinking less and eating more greens if you want to rock the frock, Onisama. Just you wait until your metabolism slows too. It really feels like everything's coming together, doesn't it? Everyone, let's practice hard the last 2 days and make the live a huge success. The girls panted, doubled over on the dance studio after a long day of practice. I was about to say, is this button not working? Okay. Good work, everyone. No, this isn't good enough. We've got to practice more. Impossible. Impossible. Let's call it a day. The whole last-minute plot twist where one of us gets sprained, where one of us sprains an ankle during practice and has to sit out the live is something I never want to experience again. Yeah, Maria sure has such a cliche idol career. What do you know? It was a big problem, okay? We cried because of it. People's lives were on the line. I would say that that's a problem in and of itself, but that's just me. Hold on. Don't worry. Natan will catch you if you take a dive in the middle of practice. Will you not say such ominous things out loud? Aki-chan, let's not overdo it. Maria's right that we don't want anyone getting hurt right before the live. Well, I guess so. But you all better do your best to hand out the rest of the flyers tomorrow. There'll be punishment if there's any flyers left. You better prepare yourself. Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant. Whatever. Let's just call it a day for now and work hard tomorrow. I went down from the office to bid the girls goodbye. Once again, a black Century car was parked beside the agency. My lady, please get in. Thank you for coming here, Fitzgerald-san. Is something the matter? No, my father merely sought to look after my safety by arranging transportation home after practice. Alright, let me know if anything comes up. Okay. Nemu shut the sedan's door and was driven off. Is there something wrong with Nemu? Isn't it obvious? You can't get that rich without attracting trouble. That's just Nemu's protection detail. Yeah? I saw a rich girl get kidnapped and get held for ransom in a Yakuza movie once. You suppose any of that's real? Oh, everyone, please do not treat Nemu differently just because she's from a wealthy family. You know, something about her always seemed off to me. Yeah, the fact that she's potentially insane. We'll do that. Aki crossed her arms and thought to herself, well, I'm sure it was nothing. Oi, you can't just say things like that and expect us not to be curious. Do you know something about her? I didn't really mention it, but a week ago I happened to see the inside of her purse while she was busy with the leaflet distribution. And you know what I saw inside? A huge, dangerous-looking knife, that's what. That's pretty dicey, isn't it? Why would a girl like Nemu have a knife in her purse? Like I'm saying, her father's pretty loaded, isn't he? Maybe he has a bunch of enemies who would love to snatch away his daughter and make an example of her. Maria let the dark silence hang in the air. Well, I hear that a majority of crime nowadays is non-violent, but you never know what might happen to a woman in this city. Maybe that knife's just for peeling the skin off an apple. Well, something about her never smelled right to me. Isn't it strange just how perfect she is? Could it be that Julie's jealous? No way. I'm just saying, there's no way that girl doesn't have a few skeletons in her closet. Just don't think too highly of me when it turns out that she's actually a total nut job. I broke up the girls' circle. Girls, you shouldn't gossip about your fellow team member. Okay. The girls pretended to behave and innocently dispersed. While every other group had its grapevines, sometimes those vines could grow into sinister tentacles if left unchecked, and wrap themselves around a girl in jest. Wait, what the hell was I thinking? Wait, where did your mind go? I shook any images of tentacle vines coiling themselves around Nemu's assets for the love of Christ. Every time I try and stick up for this guy, he just digs himself a bigger hole. Alright, March 9th. However, the next day, Nemu was notably late to work. Nemu was running late, huh? How unusual. Usually she gets here before me. I looked at my cell, anxiously wondering if I would get a message from her. Could this be the work of the kidnappers after all? An idiot. Maria was just joking around. When she said, well, by now it was obvious that something had happened to Nemu. If she was forced to quit working as an idol by her mother, then this could affect everyone in Starnova. Now that it's come to this, I had no choice but to inform the others the gist of the situation. Eh? So Nemu might not be able to debut as an idol? You're shitting me. You didn't even tell us this until now? Producer-san, this is a huge problem. If she's not going to be able to perform for the live, then how are we supposed to change our dance choreography? I raised my hands to calm the girls down. Well, we don't know 100% what happened yet. Anyways, I only learned about this the day before yesterday myself, so I'm still as shocked as all of you. To be struck with such misfortune at this pivotal hour. Has the Night Lord abandoned us? Everyone, we can't let uncertainty break our resolve. There's still time until the live. I'm sure Nemu will contact us. We've all been through too much together for her to just disappear. The girls looked shaken by the unexpected turn of events. Natan stood. Pikun's got a point. Besides, there's still 6 of us. We can't just give up now, when the live is just 2 days away. Who said anything about giving up, you dork? Of course we're still going to have our performance, with or without Nemu. Ha! If the rest of you are going to give up so easily, then I'll just have to do a solo debut. Everyone cheer up. I'm sure Nemu will come back in time for the live. There's no reason to believe anything has been decided. Well, I guess we're in this too deep now. Everything's going to the shitter, and we haven't even started yet. The path ahead is treacherous. Anyways, today's the final day of leaflet distribution before the live. It'll be our last chance to get attendees. We've got to do our very best. The girls agreed with uncertainty in their voices. Then let's head out with the remaining leaflets. With that, Sasami picked up a box of leaflets and marched out of the office. The rest of the girls followed after her. Nemu, did something really happen to her? A few minutes later, my cell beeped. I reached for it and turned it on. Could it be a message from Nemu? Instead, it turned out being a message from Sasami. Producer-san, come to Akihabara Station Police Kiosk right away. There's trouble. The police? What could have happened? I immediately stood from my desk and ran out of the office. Oh, I'm sure this is going to be pleasant. And an ominous guy on top of it. Oh, gee, thanks. I arrived at the police kiosk as quickly as I could. I saw Sasami waiting for me with a worried expression on her face. Producer-san, over here. What happened? Julie-chan's been... Julie, was she hurt? I burst into the kiosk. Producer-san, she's been arrested. Relief came over me upon seeing her safe. What happened? Why are you all at the police kiosk? You won't believe it. This fool groped my ass while I was on the train. Julie pointed to where a man was being questioned by police officers. We got caught by the morning rush hour and got separated in the packed train. Looked like that scum used a chance to cop a feel of Julie. To think such a thing could happen. I was so shocked. Simon's eyes were on the verge of tears, as if she had been the one groped. Are you alright, Watanabe-san? Well, I can't say I'm happy about it, but don't worry. I won't cause Producer-san any trouble by breaking down and crying or anything. Watanabe-san. There was a common saying that trouble comes in clusters. Given how today was turning out, I was starting to believe it. What's next? After the police collected everyone's testimonies and contact information, we left the police kiosk. What a way to begin the day. And we wasted so much time in there too. Well, we still have time. Let's all... Oh, who saw that one coming? We approached the station exit, only to see it was now pouring rain. Look at all the rain! There was no way we were going to hand out leaflets in that kind of weather. I looked at my cell and saw messages from the other team at Shinjuku that they had to take shelter as well. No way. The team was gathered in the office while rain and wind continued to pound against the window. Listen to this. I was totally groped by an old geezer on the train today. And it was all for nothing, because in the end we couldn't even distribute the rest of the leaflets. So that kind of thing really does happen in the city? Of course. This is actually the 7th time it's happened to me. It's 7? Boy, I lived in Tokyo my whole life, and I've only been groped twice. Has this become a contest? Well, I guess it just can't be helped. It's because Julie-chan always dresses like a super bitch. I'm pretty sure that's not it. What are you saying, you dumb bumpkin? Aki looked at me, not caring at all about the other girls' discussion. Alright, Producer-san. Any word from Nemu? Nothing yet. What's that booby monster doing? Aki began to pace back and forth in the office, adding to the tense atmosphere. Thanks to the inclement weather and Nemu's disappearance, we lost the motivation to work and merely spoke nervously to each other in the office as time ticked by. The windows rattled as thunder and wind roared outside. Aki finally stopped pacing. I think we should practice a new choreography with just 6 members. Aki-chan. Calm down. Nemu's only been gone for a few hours. It's not like she turned in a letter of resignation. Besides, redoing all the dance steps 2 days before the live just isn't possible. But, what if she's really... Didn't you hear what Producer-san said? With the way things are, it's obvious Nemu won't be able to perform with us. We've got to move on. We can't all go down with her. Aki-chan's wrong. Starnova won't be complete without all 7 members. We're not going to perform unless all of us are here. Just how naive can you be? Listen, this isn't one of those fluffy idol animes where everything's guaranteed to end happily. If the world was a perfect place, people wouldn't even need to watch anime to escape from reality in the first place. She's got a fair point. We've got to survive. It's eat or be eaten. Both of you, calm down. Today's not even live and you amateurs are already this rattled. You're not allowed to panic. You're not allowed to panic. You're not allowed to panic until one of the members are missing hours before the live. This is still luxurious. I'm not worried at all. Let's not fight, people. Seriously, this day just keeps getting worse and worse by the minute. Whatever, it's obvious nothing's going to be accomplished. I'm leaving. Julie-chan, you understand, don't you, Producer-san? I got molested today. I'm taking the rest of the day off. Yeah, that's understandable. Alright, I understand. And then... Yeah, what she said. This is Julie started to leave, the door to the office flung open. Oh, Cycle Girl's back. It's Nemu. Nemu wandered into the office, her hair dripping with rain. What happened? Quick, get her dried up. Yeah. Mira ran into the break room and grabbed a handheld hair dryer and a towel. Nemu, what happened? Yep, she's lost it. Producer-san, everything's alright now. I finally took care of everything. You don't have to worry about a thing. Nemu is happy. Oh dear. Out of nowhere. Oh my lord, we're actually going here. Out of nowhere, Nemu drew a knife. Yeah! Oh wait, no, that's not that scream. That's, let me try that again, excuse me. Take 2, everybody. There we go. Yeah? Everyone, get back! I leap from my desk and jump for Nemu. Are you serious? I was just asking where the bloodshed was a few videos ago. What? A restless spurt of red hit the table. How did everything turn out this way? All I wanted was to become an idol producer, and yet to think I would hit such a bad end so soon. As if! That would have been interesting. Natan helped herself to a hearty dose of ketchup, absolutely pouring it all over her fries. Let my hopes get up. You got ketchup all over the table, you dork. I sat in the break room, eating a McDonald's meal alone with the rest of the team. Thanks to the girls' hunger hitting them all at once after finding out Nemu was safe, I had to run to the nearest McDonald's in the storm and order enough food to feed 8 people. Good thing Pikun brought us a lot of spare ketchup. So, now that we finally have something to eat, would you mind explaining everything? My younger brother accidentally fell off the monkey bars at school this morning, and so I had to attend to him at the hospital. Yeah, I know why the gags are here, but I would really hope she had gone crazy and killed us. That would have been an interesting way to twist this. But thankfully, he was not seriously hurt. I would have contacted the office right away, but while I was flustered getting to the hospital, I dropped my cell phone into a puddle of water. I apologize to everyone for the trouble I have caused. See, I told you that you guys were worried for nothing. I'm glad Nema's younger brother is alright, but to think she would drop her cell phone and break it immediately after getting summoned to his middle school on a medical emergency is quite unlucky. It's quite something, I'll tell you that. Seriously, the whole day's been filled with nothing but shit luck. It's a bad omen for the live, eh? Oh no, better that we absorb all of that bad luck now than to be hit with unfortunate circumstances on the day of. By the way, a certain Lolly was all gloom and doom, wasn't she? Wouldn't that have been awkward if Nemu walked into the dance studio only to see we have already written her off, huh? Well, you just have to prepare for the worst case scenario. That way, you're just pleasantly surprised when things turn out better than expected. And if they don't, you're prepared to meet the crisis head on. Yeah. Mika opened her box of Big Whack and struggled with the large burger. What is this strange concoction? Could this be the cuisine of the folk of the light? Don't tell me you've never even eaten a McDonald's before. I know nothing of food services which do not offer home delivery. Perhaps the burger is too big for you. Nemu once again drew her knife and held it in front of her. Okay, is this a gag or is she actually nuts? Mika and the rest of the girls sitting near Nemu instinctively squirreled away as Nemu looked at the innocent burger with a malevolent sneer. What's wrong, everyone? Just as quickly, Nemu's face returned to normal as she blinked curiously. Nemu's turned out being an unexpectedly scary person. See? You see? I told you so! Why do you carry around a knife around with you anyway? You mean Gunter-kun? She has a name for it? Don't worry, Gunter-kun is a refined gentleman from Germany. He wouldn't harm a fly. Why does the knife have a personality? Nemu dropped the knife onto the Big Whack, cleaving it cleanly in half. Oh, Jesus. There you go. Thank you. Nemu wiped her knife with a handkerchief and put it back in her purse. By now, the girls were clustered in a half circle around my side of the table, leaving a 2 feet radius around Nemu. Nemu looked on in confusion as to why the other girls were clustered around me. However, that confusion quickly turned to dangerous anger. Producer-san? Yes? Could it be that you've been hitting on the other girls without my knowledge? No. I'm everyone's producer, for crying out loud. I treat all my talents fairly. Then why is everyone trying to bunch around you like you're the most popular guy at the school cafeteria? Who, me? No way. Aki-chan still calls me a loser, and Julie-chan still gives me 3 dirty looks a day. Definitely no great abundance of love here. Oi. Been good. Otherwise... I think that was creepier coming from her. Understood. An incredible aura emanated from Nemu just now. Finally I understood. The other day, Mrs. Akimoto had mentioned that Nemu possessed a certain condition. Yes, a condition afflicting otherwise beautiful and talented girls recently. On the surface, they appear perfect. A mature and beautiful bastion of tranquility. However, underneath they were swirling hurricanes of paranoia and jealousy. A character type known as Yan. I may have flicked through it a little bit fast. Producer-san. Do you... Pants to be darkened! Eh? For those lovely French fries. They have exactly the right amount of salt to them. A lady such as myself so rarely indulges in food such as this. Quite exquisite. Simply to kill for. The other girls cringe in fear. Maria grabbed the cherry pie from the bag. Hey, anyone want to share? The whole thing's too much for me. Why don't we each take a piece? Then, Nemu once again drew her knife with blood on her eyes. Nemu brought her knife down on the pie and sliced it into 7 pieces. A spurt of red cherry flew and splattered against Nemu's face. Check, please. I think we're done here. By the time the storm passed, everyone looked exhausted despite having accomplished nothing the whole day. I don't know why I'm so tired. My back's so tense. I can't believe we wasted the whole day. Whatever, let's just go home. Why is everyone so down? It's all because of your knife. Leave something scary like that at home. Maria? Sasami and Julie held Maria back, as she appeared in the news as a stabbing victim. Nemu only blinked cluelessly. Let's all take things easy, and come back tomorrow feeling refreshed and ready for the live. Sasa-chan's got a point. I'm gonna need a pretty long bath tonight after all that's happened. Thanks for working hard. With that, the girls left the office for the day. And so, our fears of Nemu having to quit the team were replaced by a very unexpected, different fear that day. Yes, that day, the girls of Starnova received a grim reminder. Nemu was a scary person. Well, that was interesting. Okay. We will pick up this day in the next video. I think it's only right to process the insanity we just saw. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video and you're enjoying the video series so far. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and vnsnow.com. That is vnsnow.com. I finally learned how to use end cards, so Pinterest link should be there, as well as a link to our previous demo playthrough of Fault Silence the Pedant, so check it out. In the meantime, what insanity awaits us next time? Only time will tell.